Why should you buy a business, and how can you do it?
Hey, Tom Peng, love what you're doing on your channel, buddy. Super congrats. Giving your time and energy to nonprofit business channel. Look, man, keep driving that audience. So, Tom Peng, look forward to spending some time with you. I know you got the right mindset, so I'd love for you to share some of that from the big V. God bless, be great. 10X.
More than 2 years ago, before this whole plague happened in the world where, the whole world was in a shutdown. Before that happened, I was actually forming a new company to do merger and acquisition. Not in Vietnam, but in Canada. So I wanted to buy businesses in Canada. So the question is, why would anybody want to buy businesses? Let me give you a few reasons why buying a business is a good idea. So one, building your business is a pain in the ass. And I say this from experience because building businesses is hard. You may lose money for the first 5 years. Eventually you find a way to make money. So you might have to lose money for a long period of time before you figure it out how to make money. And when you buy a business, basically you're buying a business where already the business makes money. You don't have to go through that whole period of trial and error and try to figure out how to make the business make money. Somebody has already done the work for you. They already figure out how to make money. They already have customers that are paying money to the business, and you just come in and buy it. And that will save you a lot of time. And the second reason why buying a business is a good idea, and I need to sit, is because sometimes you want to buy a business that aligns with your current business. For example, I'm in the e-commerce space. And in order to expand my e-commerce offering, maybe it's a good idea for me to buy a similar business. Maybe they offer something that our business does not offer. Maybe they have a product that can do more than our product, which actually doesn't exist. But let's say if they can do more than we can, and I want to expand my business offering, that will be an option to quickly gain the product feature that I want. Instead of building it ourselves, I could just acquire a business that offers that feature. Or if I want to expand my business more quickly, instead of trying to close one customer at a time, when I buy another business, immediately I have all of their thousands of customers. So that's another reason why buying a business is a good idea. Basically, you can accelerate your market penetration by buying another business. So we explained why buying business is a good idea. One, you save money, save time by buying a business that already works. And two, you can buy businesses that complement your own, thereby expanding your existing business. Now, how do you go about buying a business? Well, this is quite a deep subject, and I'm only going to cover the important points, all right? One, when you go buy a business, you must be able to see their financial statements. So usually what happens is that you talk to the business, you say, hey, I want to buy your business, and let's sign a non-disclosure agreement. Let's sign an NDA. So both parties sign a non-disclosure agreement. Basically, it's a promise that I'm not going to tell your secret to other people, and you're not going to tell my secret to other people. It's a non-disclosure agreement. And once that is done, then you have to look at the business's financial statement. And also, you want to see the audited version of the financial statement. It's not just what they give you. It should be in a financial statement that's been audited by a famous accounting firm, ideally the Big Four. When I say Big Four, I mean Deloitte, Pricewaterhouse, Ernst & Young. I forgot the last one. But anyways, it should be one of those Big Four accounting firms, audited financial statements. So what that gives you is that you can trust generally the accounting statements, the financial statements that you receive. It's been checked by an accounting firm. And from that financial statements, you can figure out, are they really making money? Where are they spending the money? Where the revenue is coming from? you can understand their business. So you gotta have access to financial statements. Unfortunately, in Vietnam, this is why I don't like to buy businesses in Vietnam. I tried, but I just don't get audited financial statements from businesses. They always tell me, oh, we don't have financial statements. We don't keep financial statements. And when you hear that they don't keep financial statements, that is a clear sign you should walk away from it, because you have no idea whether they're making money, they're losing money, where the revenue is coming from, how they're spending their money. So when you buy a business, you gotta get their financial statements. And two, you still gotta do your due diligence. You still cannot trust all the numbers on the financial statements. You still gotta go into the business, interview the employees, interview the managers, look at the contracts. If they rent office buildings, you gotta look at that contract. How much are they paying for the office building? If they have any long-term contracts, you gotta figure that out. If they have a long-term partnership contract with another company, you want to read that contract. You want to understand what that partnership means. Are there any risks? Also, you want to find out whether there are any lawsuits, right? Are they being sued? Are there any problems, any disputes with other companies? Maybe they're in the courts. If so, you want to find out, because that potentially could mean you are going to inherit a big problem, and you don't want that. Usually, if you are working with a company with a bad lawsuit, in progress, you want to walk away. And three, this is really important. You have to figure out if they have any debts. Any debts that shows on the financial statement, any debts that does not show up on the financial statement. This is very important, because once you buy the business, you're responsible for their debt. Okay? So you gotta make sure any debt that the business has, it's been declared to you, that that debt exists, and you accept that you are going to be responsible for that debt, or somehow you agree how to settle that debt. So again, when you buy businesses, there are three things you really need to look out for. One, you gotta have an audited financial statements. Two, you gotta interview the key people in the company. You gotta look at their contracts. You gotta look at everything, or even their big customer contracts. You gotta understand what they are. And three, you gotta figure out if they have any debts that's declared in the financial statements, and sometimes they're hidden. They're not in the financial statements. You gotta figure that out. So usually you wanna hire a very good accounting firm to help you with that. Okay, I would recommend the Big Four. You wanna hire a big accounting firm to help you with the due diligence. And if you're borrowing money to buy the company, you also have to work with a big bank. And usually they're also very careful, because if they're giving you the money to buy the business, they also want to be part of that due diligence. So that is a good thing. So when you buy a business, usually you go in with an accounting firm and the bank, and they will actually do all the work for you. And of course, all of them get paid once the transaction goes through. So buying a business is actually a good idea, because one, you don't have to suffer the whole startup stage. You don't have to lose money for the first 5 years to figure out how to make the business make money. Somebody else has done it for you. And number two, you can expand your business much faster if you buy other businesses instead of trying to expand yourself. Instead of trying to acquire the customers, hire the people, just acquire another business. It's already there. So buying a business is not a bad idea. It can really help you grow. So take some fucking action and figure out what kind of businesses are good for you to buy, and that can help your business grow. And don't be a fucktard.